Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. And today, as you notice, I didn't really start the video off with the whole pop the top. It's time for another video to drop because I feel like this is going to be more of a serious video compared to anything else that I've really ever done on the channel. And I kind of just want to mainly talk about some stuff that's been on my mental because as you know from the I can't do this anymore video talking about WWE 2K20 in a joking light, I mentioned some stuff about like the mental health issues and stuff like that I have, and I've been thinking about it a lot lately, and a lot tonight and stuff like that. For people that are watching this at a later date, I'm recording this about 9 in the morning, the day after Thanksgiving. So just to give you guys like a little, what's the word I'm looking for? A little like time frame of when I'm recording this. Okay, so like I said, I don't have like any script or anything like that. This isn't me pre-writing something out and reading it. Just pretty much talking from the heart here. I never really try to script things out or anything like that when it comes to serious stuff like this. But anyways, so after talking about mental health issues and stuff like that I suffer from and everything like that, on the I can't do this anymore video, I did get a couple questions and I got a couple of DMs because, as you know, my DMs are open on Twitter, asking about where stuff like that stems from, and basically just mainly at people concerned and asking like, what's up? Do you need to talk to anyone, etc. like that? And I'm like, not really, because like I've learned how to deal with the issues that I do have in terms of like where my mental issues stem from, which I'm going to be talking about in full on this video. So for those of you that don't know, I do have a son, and his name's Kai. I talk about him on Twitter a lot. I really don't talk about him too much on YouTube because I try to keep him away from the content in terms of like the light of people that watch my content the majority of times. But when it comes to my social medias, I usually post him as much as I can. I posted some very dope Halloween pictures, and I'll probably pop up a couple here of him dressing up as John Cena this year for Halloween and stuff like that. But I do have a son. His name's Kyler, as I said, Kyler Blake, love of my life, essentially, and love the little dude with all of my heart. Easily the best thing that I've ever created. It'll never be on a YouTube channel. It's without a shadow of a doubt him. And I haven't had a chance to see him in person since July 4th, 2018, which is over a year ago. And I didn't get to spend Christmas with him for a couple years now. I haven't gotten to spend really any holidays with him for a couple years now. I was only there for his birthday twice now. And stuff like that gets to you, man. Stuff like that gets to you. And it just going back on the, like going into a telling like a story of, essentially of where everything happened and all that. Whenever the Kai's mom was pregnant, I moved out to where they were living, and I lived with their family for over a year. And during that time, I could not find a job up there because something else I've never talked about on the YouTube channel. I don't have a diploma. I did not finish high school. I dropped out of high school, and I didn't have a GED. Didn't have anything. And it's really hard to get a job when you don't have any of that. So kids, if you're watching this, stay in school, please. But yeah, so for over a year, I couldn't find any work. I couldn't support my son or the mother of my son. And we were staying with their parents. And then my dad called me, and about a year out from me living up there, living with them, and told me that he had a job for me. So with that in mind, I wanted to provide for them, and I wanted to send them money back. So I said, all right, you know what? I've been up here for a year. I can't find anything. I want to provide for y'all. So I'm going to move back home, and I'm going to get this job. Well, I move, and come to find out my dad lied. So didn't get a job. And now I was over 12 hours away from my son, and at the time, my significant other, which as of now, me and the mother of my child are not together. However, she is having a great life, and she's doing great things, and I'm fully supportive of everything that she's doing. She's a wonderful person. So yeah, there's no ill will there. But yeah, so because of that, I really haven't gotten a chance to spend a lot of time with Kai. in person and stuff like that. Like we talk, not as much as I'd like, but we do talk on FaceTime and stuff like that. And he's really into wrestling, and it's always awesome to see whenever he's doing anything with wrestling. It always brings like a smile to my face, like you guys can see right now. And like I said, the John Cena Halloween stuff that he did this year was so dope. But yeah, so that's kind of what it boils down to, of like where the mental health issues stem from, I guess, with me is I haven't seen my son in over a year in person. And it eats away at me, man, because giving a little bit more backstory, my dad really wasn't there for my brother and my sister, and seeing what that did to them in terms of their mental and stuff like that, it like I don't want Kai to grow up and not think that I care, I suppose, is what it all boils down to. And no matter how much I care, no matter how much like everyone tells him that I care and everyone shows him how much I care and everything like that, there's still the fear in the back of my mind, I guess, that no matter what, no matter what I do, I'll never be able to get this time back. I'll never be able to get these holidays back. I'll never be able to get these Christmases back. I'll never be able to get these Thanksgivings back. I'll never be able to get these Halloweens back. I'll never be able to get these birthdays back. And that eats away at me, man. It eats away at me. And when it came to this YouTube thing, the YouTube thing honestly was my last stride, I guess, my last ditch effort to try to make something. And I went all in on myself, and I started making 2K19 content when WWE 2K19 dropped, and within 2 months I was able to get monetized. And from there, as you guys know, from this year, it's been an absolute wild journey, man. We started off with around 600 subs, and now today we're at like 15,960 something. And that's insane. I've been able to do a lot of things with a lot of different creators. I've been able to work now with Deadlock. I'm a part of Vibe. I got flown out to Las Vegas to play W2K20 early, and regardless of how I feel about W2K20, I will never forget that opportunity, and I will never not be grateful for that opportunity to be given a chance like that to change my life, honestly, because now I have a High Spots Wrestling Network show, and that's unprecedented. That's unprecedented. That's unheard of. It's never happened before. But in the back of my mind, I still have that fear, and I still have that thought that eats alive at me literally every single day of, is it all worth it, in a sense? Is it all worth not being there? Is it all worth, should I have stayed and not left to try and get a job 12 hours away? Should I not have done that? If I didn't do that, how would this have happened? Blah 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 blah. Moving back and forth, and it honestly just, I've said it a couple times now, but it eats away at me. And that's really where like the majority of the mental issues that I go through stem from. And coming off of that, sometimes I, when it comes to making my content, I usually just jump into it to forget about that, in a sense, for at least 10-20 minutes of just not thinking about that while I'm working. And when I'm doing that, it was really easy to do that with WW2K19, and because the game worked. But moving forward with WW2K20, it's not that easy, and it's just it's continuing to eat away at me, I guess, and it's even more. And not I wouldn't say even more, but it, it's hard to escape it now. And the main escapes that I get now are when I'm making Vibe videos, when I'm making videos with X, whenever I'm doing anything with Aaron, whenever I'm doing anything with Brandon. And I'll be 100% real right now. Brandon, Aaron, and X completely have made my life better. It's good to have a support system where anytime that I'm feeling down, I'll pop into Brandon's room and be like, "Hey, what's going on, brother? How you doing? What'd you make today? Like, what's your thumbnail today?" I'll jump into Aaron's room. "Hey, man, what's going on? What you do today?" Like, and stuff like that. It's whenever I tweet on Twitter and I talk about that they're a family and we're a family, there's no doubt in my mind that we are, because things like now, when I'm feeling probably probably one of the lowest point, it's a very weird situation, because personally I feel like I'm at my lowest point, but from a business standpoint, I feel like I'm at my all-time peak right now, because I just got a High Spots Wrestling Network show. I just got, like, I'm almost at 16,000 subscribers, and I did that in a year. That's wild to me. But when it comes to a personal standpoint, I feel like I'm at my all-time lowest, because I miss my son every single day, and I don't have the money, and I don't have the funds to be able to travel out to go see him. I don't have the money to be able to let him travel here and come to the Vibe House and be a part of like the Vibe vlogs and everything like that. Because I'd love for you guys to see him and everything like that. And I love to make videos with him too. And I know he watches the videos that I make, and I hope that if his mom and him are watching this video, because I'm going to send it to her, I hope that they know that I love both of them with all of my heart. And no matter what, no matter if me and her are not together and everything like that, which that's a mutual thing, and she's got her own stuff going on right now, and I'm proud of her. I'm very happy for her. No matter what, I'm still going to have my entire heart with them throughout everything. And that's never going to change no matter what. And now I have to kind of stake my flag even more in the ground of I need to make this work. I need to make this succeed, and I need to do this not for me but for my son. And yeah, so I don't even really know if I got a point across essentially, but I did do therapy for a little while, and I learned from therapy that sometimes you just need to turn a camera on. Sometimes you just need to grab a notebook and a pen, and you just need to write out your thoughts, and you need to let it out, essentially. And I feel like that's what I've done here today. And hopefully this lets you guys in a little bit more on stuff that I go through every day, and the thoughts that I have every single day, and a more personable, I don't think that's a word. Like I said, didn't finish high school. Stay in school, kids. But yeah, I hope this lets you guys in more on what I think about and why I do what I do, and the purpose and the point, and why I go through these mental issues that I go through. And I don't want to not talk about this anymore. Like, I don't want to not talk about it. I want to be able to talk about it and speak my mind, and be able to get these feelings off my chest. So that way, if anyone else is watching that goes through mental issues, they know that, at least with me, my DMs are always open, and you can always DM me, and I'll always be here to read them, and I'll always be here to reply and say, hey, it's all right, man. We're all going through something. And trust me, I say it on my Twitter all the time. I love each and every single one of y'all that have supported me and given me an outlet to do anything with my life in terms of creativity and wrestling and etc. So, with that said, Kai, if you're watching this, I love you. Kai's mom, if you're watching this, I'm very happy for you once again. And everyone else that's watching this, thank you for not only getting me to the point that I'm at now in my profession, but thank you for giving me an outlet for over a year now. I'm so thankful for each and every single one of you. And the journey isn't going to stop here. We're going to keep on trucking. We're going to keep on rolling, baby. You know what time it is. But that'll wrap it up for this one, though, guys. I appreciate everyone that came through. I love each and every single one of y'all. And as always and forever, take it easy, though, guys. Peace.